Okay. All right, so I'm good to go. Hey everybody, my name is Alex. I am the community guy here at Footprint Analytics. And today we're going to talk about GameFi analytics for beginners. So a little bit about Footprint. We're kind of just a data aggregator that has a ton of data, whether it be NFT, GameFi, whatever. Uh, we are your guys. So right now, today, we're going to focus on GameFi, and then I'm going to show you later how to make a GameFi dashboard without having to use any SQL, which is pretty sweet. Drag and drop, zero coding required sort of deal. So here's just overview of the actual data we cover. We got tons of chains, 24. I got to change this. We're at 700,000 NFT collections now across 17 marketplaces, 2,000 GameFi protocols, and a lot of tokens. And you guys can see our chains here and our marketplaces down here as well. We just got Blur. Blur is pretty hot right now if you guys have been on crypto Twitter. But yeah, it's pretty sweet. So here's the contents of workshop today. So we're going to talk about exactly what is GameFi, why GameFi data analysis is important, and three of the top metrics that I look at every single time when I'm looking at a new GameFi game before I go all the way in. So let's start. What is GameFi? So GameFi is a term used for like the combination of gaming and decentralized finance. DeFi plus gaming equals GameFi, right? And it's pretty sweet. GameFi allows you to own your assets now through NFTs. We've seen a bit of a backlash to it through traditional gamers. I have literally no idea why gamers don't like owning their in-game assets. Truthfully, if I could own my League of Legends skins, I would be very happy man. I dropped way too much money on League of Legends skins not to actually be able to resell them. So I think it's great that we're bringing all this stuff on chain. So let's talk about why GameFi data analysis is important. All right, we have improved decision making, right? Enhanced player experience, and you can actually increase your revenue and profitability through recognizing trends and finding these healthy games. Um, Now, it doesn't really matter if you're a player, investor, researcher, game dev, really, analytics is important for you no matter what. So, if you're a player, it helps you get deeper insights and allows you to track your own performance. For investors, you can help understand trends and understand profitability, and sustainability of a game. And then for researchers, you can help identify trends and patterns while studying the behavior and dynamics of a GameFi ecosystem. And then, of course, for game devs and designers, improve the design and functionality, optimize gameplay experience, and then, by these trends and innovations, you can actually implement new changes, to help make your players. Because if a game doesn't change, it gets boring. That's just a fact of the matter. So if a game's got to make changes, we've got to make sure that they're good ones that the community likes. Oops. So a footprint is pretty sweet. We can do a whole overview, compare all the chains at once. Then you can go to whatever chains you want to a single chain, to all the games on a single chain, to just single chain metrics. So later when we go look at our game file, I'll show you kind of how you can go from the whole overview to a game in like 5 clicks, which is pretty sweet. Now, let's talk metrics. So the most important one is just for before we put into any game is we got to make sure that they have some players, especially if it's online, right? So we do this by new users, right? So a new user, what does that mean? It's the first time a unique wallet interacts with the protocol, right? New users also reflect the project's customer acquisition ability, right? How is their marketing? Are they getting people to go? And then it also is a warning cycle for GameFi projects, right? Especially if it's a single token tokenomics. The reason is price goes up, right? Uh, more users go, or sorry, more users join, price goes up, game starts not to be fun anymore, users drop off. Everybody that bought in the game up here, price is down here, game enters a death spiral, and it's like I said, it's a death spiral. It's almost impossible to break out of it. The only way to do it is if the devs themselves drop their own money to balance out the ecosystem, which we see doesn't happen too often. So it's always very important to track their users, and going with the users, also taking a look at their tokenomics as well. And one fun fact for everybody here. So, according to our data, 90% of GameFi games go inactive within the first month. All right. So, if you're a GameFi dev out there and you're listening to this, your short-term goal should be let your game or make sure that your game lasts 2 months. You'll be in the top 10%. So let's go forward here. Keep going on new users. There's also daily users. So daily users also includes new users. Okay, it's important to recognize that new users are included in daily users for the metrics, right? And then with daily users and new users, we can do a new user percentage to measure new user growth and see how that's going and if it's going to be sustainable. Boom. Going forward, I love checking out our daily rankings of games, especially a footprint. So a footprint, we can either rank it by active users, new users, total users, or new users percentage. So it gives you like four great options to find out games based on what you're looking for. I always like to check it out by new users first. Because I've already seen most of the top active games, so I'm always checking out to see what new games are bringing in users, and then I can go take a look at the gameplay to see if it's actually worth it for me. Now, again, this is my favorite. This is my favorite metric actually, and it's called retention rate, right? So retention rate is how if a player is still playing the game week after week, whether it be the players from the first week, the retention that is from today, or we can combine, or we can compare retention from weeks ago or weeks ahead. Really depends. Let's say we want to compare retention rate after a game just introduced a new season. That'd be a great way to determine if this change is fun or not. That's what I use retention rate for, you guys. Instead of me downloading a whole new wallet, yeah, going downloading everything I need for this game, spending all this time, uh, just to find out it's not fun, I skip all that by just looking at retention rate. Retention rate can just help you skip all that red tape and give you a good idea, good overview off the rip if a game is fun. So next, user transaction analysis, right? So mostly we've seen transactions drop a lot over the last 6 months, right? But one good thing to recognize is if a game is users are doing above one transaction per user, that's healthy, guys. That's a good score. All right, so that's something that you guys want to take keep track of, right? Take a look at the transactions and make sure that everything is good to go, or that people are actually just doing transactions and interacting with the game. They're buying in-game assets, whatever it be. So it's always just good to check out transactions as well. So before I go, is there any questions that anybody has so far about these metrics that you'd like me to clarify? You can just type them in the in-call messages if you want. If not, I will move forward here and talk about our demo. So I'll do a quick little dashboard demo for you guys. And yeah, while I'm doing that, make sure you think of some questions. I'd be happy to answer them as we're going forward. So let's go to our website. Okay. First step, you guys, if we want to check out the GameFi stats and some good GameFi data, go to our website, footprint.network, and actually, let me do this for you guys. I have a link here for you guys. If you guys sign up for Footprint using this link here, you actually get a 7-day free trial of our business account. So I put that into the in-call messages for everybody. So you use that link, sign up to the for an account here, and you'll be good to go. So anyways, let's go back. Boom. So we go to analytics, straight to GameFi. So this shows our most popular dashboards. This Neil Swab dashboard, sweet. But I like to arrange it by date, just so I can see what people are making right now. So, for example, our January GameFi, our monthly GameFi report, I'll post that in the chat for you guys for reference if you want to take a peek. Um, oops, not. There we go. There you guys go. So then you guys can see kind of different metrics you can also make with footprint. See, Shelly here did a little macro overview comparing the price of Ethereum and altcoins with GameFi stats for the month. So you guys can see here, it's pretty sweet. But alas, let's go to actually making a GameFi dashboard. So let's go to create new chart, or if I go back, I can also do new dashboard. So let's actually do new, let's go back, create, let's do new dashboard to start. So while we're in this screen, let me show you a cool, so I'm going to do a binary X. Have you guys heard of binary X? I've been seeing them a lot on Twitter and stuff like this. So let me I'll just show you. So, one of the best ways to save yourself time in making charts and footprint is just to actually search what charts people have already made. So, let's do binary X. Monthly retention analysis. Yeah, I like that. Alright, so here's my binary X retention rate. That'll save me some time. Not only that, but we can also add text boxes, images, and videos, which is pretty sweet. So you can really customize our dashboard. And let's do binary X token price. What do I got else for binary X? Users and token price. There you go. So now I got two charts already, 2 minutes, bang. So now let's add a chart again, but let's make our own chart. Show you guys how to do it. So now we're in this screen. So a good way to look is go to the side here and go right down to GameFi. So if you look here, you can see exactly what metrics each category has. So for GameFi Protocol Daily Stats, we can do transaction volume, transactions, active addresses, daily protocol daily stats. So this would be like market cap, stuff like this. Protocol info, and then more transactions. So let's go back to protocol daily stats. And when we click this, we get all of our games by the number of transactions, active users, etc. on Ethereum, but this isn't binary X. So the best way to do this, you guys, I know it sounds a little counterintuitive. Is this like doing analytics for GameFi? Kind of, I guess. So what's different is we actually offer, so at Footprint you can do more than just GameFi, NFTs and stuff like that, but we offer a zero coding thing, so you don't actually have to use SQL to make your charts. So that would be our biggest difference between Dune, and we also cover a lot more chains. Thank you, Edson. How can we check which GameFi dApps are leading? So by checking that, you can always check our GameFi rankings. Most GameFi, Brian, most GameFi protocols are ranked by active users. So that would be a great way to do it. I mean, and two, if we look at Wax, for example, Wax holds the majority of the transactions. On chain, but they have like zero games. They have just Alien Worlds and Farmers Lands, which are just two of the most popular games, killing it. And they're just blowing out the transaction volume compared to any other chain, which is kind of crazy as well. So it's always good to compare games on multiple chains, because if, let's say, if we just look at games on Ethereum, BNB, or Polygon, sure you'll get some of the hot games, but you're not going to get the hot games like Splinterlands, Alien Worlds, etc. Could TVL also be considered a metric here? Yes, but it's not as important as say with DeFi or something like that. DeFi TVL would be considered something that's a lot more. Anyways, let me go back. Let me go back to advanced. So let's filter this. First of all, let me put the protocol name here. Binary X. Here we go. Add filter. Now we're going to summarize this. Let's do the sum of number of transactions plus the sum of let's do the sum of volume by day. Visualize. I'm not a big fan of how this chart looks, you guys. I'm gonna keep it real. So let's change up the visualization a little bit. Let's make this a bar. Make it a little bit nicer. As you can see, woof, binary X, their volume has been dropping a lot. Anyways, we can also change color as well. I don't really like this color for the volume. Let's change it to blue. And then I'll change this to yellow. And let's not do all time, but let's do previous 90 days. Apply. Make my chart look a little bit nicer. And there we go. I like how that looks. So, it's done. Save. Add to dashboard. Go back to this dashboard. Let me save this dashboard. Exit this here one more time. There we go. And boom, I've done it. So now, let's see, let me make this a little bit nicer here. Here's a token price. Let's go back. Just a little nicer. And then, boom. And then, of course, I'll add a media box just to separate things. So I'm going to put this, and then let me preview this. There we go. I bolded it, and then if I go into edit here, visualization options, let's do middle for the alignment and save. Yeah, that looks. Oh, it didn't go to the middle. But whatever. You guys can kind of see. Oh. You guys can see just how quick and easy it is to make a dashboard with footprint analytics regarding GameFi. You guys can spend a lot of time yourselves really adding pictures or whatever you want. So, for example, my favorite dashboard that I made lately is my Doge dashboard, and this can give you an example of just some of the things you guys can do to create a dashboard. You see, I added a dog, a couple memes, goal lines, all this sort of fun stuff. Now, another great way to also take charts or say, hey, I like how this was made, but I have no idea how they made it. Well, you see this button right here? This gives you preview. So if we click the preview, this shows you the logic of how this chart was made. So you can see that this chart was made using SQL, but you can see how they did it. And can be a great base for you guys if you're having trouble with your code or if you're having trouble with our drag and drop. This can be your baseline, okay? This can show you how it was made so that you guys can learn and help your guys out going forward. Help check where you went wrong so that you can do better and create and have no mistakes in the future, pretty much. So that's really it for my demo, you guys. I'm still taking questions. I'm still taking questions, but let me go back. So I saw Brian, Edson. You guys both asked me a question, so I'm willing to give you guys a 1 month pro account, just for doing that. So if you sign up, with that sign up link there, make an account, DM me or Cyber Currency Academy your guys' emails that you signed up with, and then I'll upgrade you. Okay. So I appreciate you guys asking those questions. Otherwise, if there's nothing else, let me go to a little practice. So if you guys make a dashboard with your favorite protocol, GameFi protocol, with an explanation if you guys think that this is a good game or not, it's got a healthy score, um, I'll give you another 1 month pro account, okay? And as a bonus, now this is tricky. This is a little tricky for you guys. Just pull out your analytic skills. But if you guys can tell me how many of their daily active users are bots, for this game that you guys pick, I'll make that from 1 month to 2 months. Okay. So I'm hooking the guys up today. I'm giving out pro accounts. That's what I want to do. And I want to see some great dashboards. So if you guys are into it, I'm into it. So again, that's really it for now. That's it. Actually, that's it. I'm wrapped up my demo. So before I go, if you guys have anything you want to say or any other questions, I'd love to answer them.
Hey guys, by the way, I have dropped the link for the feedback survey. If you guys have like 2 minutes, it would be really great if you can fill out the form so that we can improve this workshop. And sorry again for starting out late.
Yeah, I'm
Thank
sorry,
you
you
guys.
guys. I appreciate you waiting. That was completely my bad today. So no problem. I'm yeah. I want to thank you guys for sticking around, and I hope you learned a lot today. Truthfully, especially guys, I'm telling you right now, retention rate, that is #1 for finding out these cool GameFi games. Cryptocurrency, I seen you guys had your hands up.
Yeah, so thank you so much, Alex, for jumping in. Hakan as well. Just to here to encourage everyone who jumped into this class to try and interact with the footprint analytics. There's an offer for you all, so you can be able to play around with it and understand how GameFi analytics works.
Yeah, and you guys, let me tell you as well. Footprint's a great way to discover games early, because we index so many across so many different chains. If you see a new influx of new users, great way to check it out. Maybe you guys can get in some alpha early and find a good game and make some money before it gets saturated. So definitely go check it out. Another one, if you guys want to take a look for GameFi here, let's go to analytics. Let's go back. This is another great dashboard if you guys want to compare NFT assets in GameFi protocols as well. I'll link that for you guys as well. You can search any game here by their protocol slug in the top, and then you can filter it by specific game. So I'll also link that for you guys as well. And yeah, other than that, that's it, you guys. So thank you again very much, and I hope to see you guys in another workshop here soon. We got a lot of them, so well, I'd love to drop some knowledge with you guys, and the more we all know as a collective, the better the scene gets. So I'm really looking forward to working more with you guys in the future. And thanks.